I'm just going to ask you to go from this direction here, because when you're walking through, first of all, did anybody get a different sense walking through about the awareness of energy around them? Or did they shut it off and did they walk out of this room? Anybody take that with them at all? Keep testing that. Keep that mindset and thought, because you all pick up the same energies. Now, from what you could visualize, can you visualize, and be fair, just say no, any of the energies that I picked up on, could you describe them physically? Could you? Could you? Could you? What did you see as far as energy? Or you just felt it? Okay, eyes were closed, perfectly okay. I want you to open up on that part of it, because I'm asking to come back in. I want you to use that same openness of that energy to just get the ideas of their personalities. And that's going to be judged basically by Jeff on what he knows in the history of this building. First, I guess, so that we don't contaminate it, does anybody know the history of this building, the true history? You do? Okay. I'd love to see how it goes also. But I'm going to ask them to come back in again and talk to you guys. And as I feel that you guys are picking up on something, and there's two things I'll address as I ask them to come in. So just go with it, but be particularly attentive to, you feel something come into the room, trying to identify or connect with it. In other words, just opening up your energy, not saying attached to me, anything else like that, but you're observant and you're trying to decide what that form is, that communication that is coming across. So I'll step back in. I want to talk to you real quick. Your sensitivities, the reason why you're here also. Experiences, somewhat terrifying, and you want explanations to it because of this gift that you have, because you certainly do have that gift. And what's the most terrifying part of it that is, no, not the exact experience, but the feeling that you're feeling when these things are happening to you? Overwhelmed, helpless, victim. We can work on that. We can talk to you after we're done this half hour, after we're done with this cycle. We take a half-hour break. I'll work with you a little bit on that. But it's mostly within you to be able to lock and take care of that. Person that you were pointing to comes to you is self-manifested, and it's a 14-year-old girl. There is a playful, I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid aspect of you that manifested this. This is your go-to person to get back to sanity, whether it's I like to watch cartoons or I like to eat my sweets or whatever it is, but you escape through that direction whenever this world gets so overwhelming to you. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? You bring it with you everywhere. It's your defense mechanism, which is great. It's better to divert to that childhood state and love life than have everything feel like the world is all on top of you. Right. I addressed those two while those energies had come in and been walking around. I've been sensing them, but I want to know if any of you guys also have been sensing them, or do you sense them now? Because this is the elevation that I'm looking for right now. As far as right now, do you feel those three energies with your eyes open in that sitting position in this room? Because I'm feeling them right now. Don't be afraid to open up to it. Don't be afraid to say, I don't feel a damn thing except the air conditioning. But
I just feel one. I just feel male.
okay. Did you define more of what you're getting from that?
Just that
Is he still here?
yeah,
Where's he at?
to my right.
Okay. What do you sense of him? Let's say you're in a store and you feel that presence behind you. How would you describe him physically, going off of your instincts, off of your feelings? How tall?
Medium height,
Color hair?
brownish.
Eyes?
Can't really see the eyes.
Complexion?
Can't really see. It's just a
Go
shape.
with it. You're not looking, you're feeling. So just say what's in your head on it. Complexion. Say it. Fair?
Caucasian.
Dark.
Hair.
Caucasian fair. Beard?
No.
Mustache?
No.
Okay. And give me a name.
John.
Good, all right, no, there's no wrong answer to this, because you have to develop that connection. So if you do have it right, it's a great validation. If you don't, you work towards it. You challenge yourself to make that connection stronger. John, any relevance in what she said?
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah,
rather.
we
I do that all the time.
primarily sense the spirit of a man. Her descriptions are more right than not right from what we sense.
Hold that there. His personality, his attitude right now. What is his demeanor?
Very laid back, casual, like he's just observing.
What was it, very what?
Casual, laid back, observing.
Yeah, that, and there's a couple other traits.
Observing sticks out for me heavily, and I'll explain why in a little while. Okay. Same thing again. There's two other spirits here. She's picking up on one. There's two others. I want you guys to kind of feel out. If you, again, you're not going to be ridiculed, but I want you to understand that it is possible, very possible, for any one of you to be able to detect where it's at and be able to start describing where it's at also. So it's kind of a guessing game. Your sensitivity's there, but your fear's blocking you. I want you to let it down for just a second. Let that guard down and tell me one of the energies remaining. There's two more. Where is it?
Child,
Think about where it's at.
towards the hallway, towards the edges.
Don't use your eyes, use your knowledge. Okay, how tall is the child?
4 feet.
Okay, colored hair?
Right as well.
Male or female? Color dress?
White.
Color shoes?
White.
Wait 3 seconds. Tell them your name. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Jeff, any relevance?
Yeah, somewhat. We came in here originally looking for a certain spirit, and we didn't exactly capture her, but what he is suggesting is some spirit that we have encountered before, although not predominantly, there have been signs.
The dream before I came here, and I'd never been to this place, and Susan and Racheshi never told me much about it, was about the father and the daughter. The father, his concern, his observation was keeping an eye out for the apparition of his daughter who died before he did. And she was always showing up and playing around here on the second floor in apparition form, so he was always observant to keep an eye out for her. Playful and observant. I want, when you guys go downstairs, to be playful and observant at the same time with what you're communicating with. Two of the spirits that are happening right now, but when you're downstairs, you're working with Andrew, you're working with Tracy, I want you to trust yourself. And don't worry about, I could be wrong. Don't worry about, this is just my imagination, because you will blow your mind when you start feeling the accuracy behind what it is you're experiencing. Your name, I'm sorry.
Carrie.
Was it?
Carrie.
Carrie? George. Listen, Carrie, when you guys go downstairs, we're going to switch. After that, we got a half-hour break. I do want to talk to you for a second, okay? Make sure that by the time you go home tonight, that you don't feel this overwhelming that you're dealing with right now. I wish we had more time, and if worst case scenario, you guys want to talk more about this either after the break or when we get done, you can always reach out to Susan and Tracy, and they can get a hold of me, and I'll work with you guys more on that. It's just very, very limited time, unfortunately. Does anybody have a question? Is something just troubling them they want to talk about real quick before we switch?